smoked it. Did you see him? Absolutely just, that'll get your heart pumping in a heartbeat. When throwing swim baits around shallow cover, the main thing you want to do is just take your time, you know. Let him eat the bait and kind of let him turn on him, you know. You don't have to hit him right away. Right when he hits it, you know, you got to learn from your mistakes. Is just then I kind of hit that fish a little too soon and he was swimming to me. And what you want to do is you don't necessarily want to set the hook when the fish is swimming straight to you, because as you see here, I'm fishing on straight braid. There's no stretch, and so that fish is instantly gonna feel that line tighten up. So you almost want to let him turn sideways, and then you want to lean into him pretty good. Fish the cast all the way through, because these fish, what they do is they'll trail behind these swim baits. He'll follow it all the way to the boat, and he's gonna strike that bait when it does something different. So the best tip I can give you for when fishing a swim bait, just any sort, whether it's clear water, dirty water, deep water, shallow water, is just fish the cast all the way through. Don't start reeling it back in fast and bring it back on the surface halfway through. Fish the cast all the way back to the boat, because he's usually gonna hit that bait when you least expect it. When I'm fishing really shallow water and I'm really power fishing a swim bait, what I like to do is I'll fish it on braid. I'm actually fishing Suffolk's 30-pound braid right here. I'll typically go to 50, but I'll drop down to a lower pound braid when I'm really trying to make long casts and cover a lot more water. That way I can make further cast and it's a lot more easier. And I'm actually throwing on a 7.3 heavy rod. I want to be able to have that leverage to really drive that hook home. And I'm throwing it on a 7-to-1 gear ratio. I want to really bring that bait in and cover a lot of water. I'm not trying to really slow roll it through there too much. The main thing is you want to be able to cover water, make long cast, and fish as fast as you possibly can. That way you utilize your time. It's all about efficiency and just finding where the fish are at, and then you can slow down and go from there. The further you get that bait out and the longer cast you can make, the more bites you're going to get in a day. And that's why you got to throw it on braid. That way it's hardly no stretch. Straight braid's way better when you're fishing around grass and vegetation. That's why I really like the dial with Tatula reels with the T-wing system, where the T-wing actually opens up and it's less friction on the reel. That way you can send that bait home. What I really love about the Largo shad and just a swim bait this size in general, we're just covering a lot of water. It's very versatile. It's not like the normal swim bait fishing like you would think of. It's not very large profile, but it's very versatile. Whether we can just throw it around weeds and we can crawl it through wood. It's not one of those things that only gets, say, 2 bites a day. You can go around and you can catch a quick limit on this and just actually get a lot of bites. And it's something, it's very easy to throw, where you can cover just a ton of water. It's a perfect size bait where it's not too overly aggressive, and it just swims so true. And you can even throw it early in pre-spawn or throw it when they're post-spawn. When they get on, say, like a shad spawn, it's one of those things where they'll really key in on that little blade. It really just gives them that little bit of extra flash that just puts them over the edge. What I'm trying to do is when you're rigging these belly weighted hooks, you want to really make sure it evens the bait out. See how the bait's perfectly flat now? The bait is not crinkled up or it's not pinched. That way it doesn't affect the swimming action of the bait. The bait is able to run true. And the best thing about the Largo shad, or what I really love, is it's got this little insert right here where it's just dipped down. The hook is protected. You don't even have to really go back and skin hook it in there. That way you can keep it in there and you don't have to expose it. It's available, and when the fish bites it, he's got the hook every time. Also, my favorite things about the Largo shad is you can see we've got some teeth marks really getting on this thing, and this is actually after a couple fish catches. It's a very durable plastic and it holds true and it doesn't tear up, so you're able to catch more fish on less plastic.